Okay, so now my lines are ready, my fenders are ready. I've decided which is the proper way to pull up to my dock space over at the proving ground. I'm gonna start to head in there. Now, as I do this, I may have to navigate other boats coming out of the marina. I've got somebody fishing that's drifting along this way. And the easiest thing for me to do is literally just to pause. I'm just going back into neutral. The boat's slowing down. And I'm just gonna put it in forward gear, no throttle, which is gonna just let the boat kind of sit here. Right now, I'm just holding position against the current. I'm gonna let this center console pass and go by. I'm gonna let that little fishing boat drift and come this way. And once they've both cleared, I'm gonna head in. So now I can start proceeding towards that dock. Now I had to pick up my speed just a little bit in order to beat the current right here. This is really called a ferrying move. I know it sounds weird. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn actually all the way to my port side. And as I do that, the boat's gonna kind of rip or move fast toward my port side. Now I'm gonna turn all the way back to my starboard side or back into the current. And if you notice, the boat kind of made a little sidestep towards that dock. I'm gonna do that again. All the way towards the dock and into the current. And then I've moved the boat to my port side, now all the way to my starboard side and back into the current. And I'm just gonna slow down just a little bit right there because I just moved the boat, probably 3 or 4 boat lengths towards that dock. I'll do it one last time. So towards that dock, and then away from that dock. And all I'm doing is slowly stepping over towards this dock. Now, as I get closer, I'm gonna pick where I wanna dock the boat. I'm gonna pull up a little bit because I just think that's the nice thing to do. Don't dock right in the middle of this long dock. Pull up so other people can get behind you. And now remember, I do have my dock lines ready. I do have my fenders out there, so don't fret. I'm pulling in nice and slow. And my last move as I got up there is I just went to reverse gear in order to stop that boat. And here's where I have to move kind of quick because the current's gonna take over relatively quick. Forward line I wanna get on first because this is the line that's really holding the boat right now because in a moment, the boat's gonna drift aft with the current, pulling a little bit closer. And I've got my stern line ready. Now I'm probably gonna pull this stern line up here for right now because everything is pulling it in that direction. And now we can go back and I can fix that bow line to the right length that I want. First time I put it on here was just to keep the boat at the slip. Now I'm putting it on, it's adjusted to a proper length. I may come back and adjust my fenders if I need to. They happen to be set in the right spot. I'm relatively safe. I may throw on an extra line, but I pulled up here nice and slow and now I can go have a nice lunch or dinner at the proving ground.